Have you ever dreamed of traveling the world? Well, I didn't, but the world found me somehow. See, I was in a band back in the early 90s, and we had this big chance to go to Asia. We were actually becoming very successful in the States, and I felt it, but we wanted the green grass on the other side, as they say. When I look back, I wish that maybe if we tried harder in the States, then went to Asia after being successful, then we would have more credibility. But anyway, this is life, and I love Asia. My story begins in Jakarta, Indonesia. Now, we were supposed to go to Thailand, but that fell through. It was 1994. Jakarta was interesting, and I felt like a star, but only in the club, not at home, because we had to share rooms and bathrooms. Now, this was something new to me and for the rest of the guys. You know those stories about bands before they become famous? Well, I thought this was our story. You know, going through hard times, eating cheap food, staying up late, you know, hanging out with so many people, just doing crazy things. I thought this was the life of stars, and I felt like a star in the Hard Rock. We always had something going on at our house. Our house was always full of people, and it was a loud environment, you know, like stars have, you know. Anyway, we had a great time. Shout out to the boys. Yes, we worked for the Hard Rock Cafe, and they had 4 of the branches in Asia: Hong Kong, Malaysia, Bali, Indonesia, and Beijing, China. We would get to go to 3 of those, but I'll tell you in another story which 3 we went to after this one, okay? Back then, I knew nothing about business and connections, so I didn't make any. I just followed like a sheep, you know, like sheep do. I was happy, still young. It was my first time outside the U.S. and my first time flying on an airplane. That was scary. My first flight. Tell you about that later. Our flight to Singapore in another story. We would walk in the Hard Rock. I would forget all my problems and worries because the people would make you feel like a star. And by this being the 90s, not many Western bands were here. And we were like a commodity, a hot commodity. I mean, the girls would stare and you could feel it. I'd be smiling from ear to ear with happiness. We really packed the place almost every night, but the weekends, forget it. When we arrived, the line was already down the stairs. We played all kinds of music, from Bobby Brown to Metallica. And what made us special was there were 5 white guys that looked like Bon Jovi, 1 black guy who looked like Lenny Kravitz, and 1 black guy, that was me, who looked like I was from the group New Edition. We had all areas covered. We had the time of our lives, and some things I'll never forget, and some things I want to forget. Meeting girls wasn't a problem. I still have 1 friend to this day. Her name is Rosa. She's married now, and she lives in Denmark. Anyway, hi Rosa. Remember Jakarta? To sum it up, if you're from another country and you visit Jakarta, Indonesia, then people will tend to treat you very well. Sometimes even better than your own country. But everyone has their own story. For the people I know, we all feel the same. We love Indonesia. Well, I'm almost at my destination, so I have to end my short story. I'll pick it up next time when we went to Bali. Wow, guys, you got to hear this story. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I got so many things to tell you. And also, I'm working on my book. I have spent over 21 years in Asia. Oh, sorry. I'm in Dubai now, which is considered Western Asia or the Middle East. And I'm working as a DJ/entertainer here. And I'll tell you that story later.